This is Galaxy Force 2 for the Sega Genesis, and the only force that this game has is the force of mediocrity. As I understand it, this was a port of an arcade game that I'd never played, so I can't compare this to the arcade. As I've said repeatedly, the Sega Genesis is one of my favorite video game consoles. And there's a number of tremendous shooting games and side-scrollers and RPGs on the Genesis, like Revenge of Shinobi, Thunder Force 3, Musha, Herzog Zwei, a really nice variety of excellent video games. It is unrealistic to expect every game on that system to be as well made as Sonic the Hedgehog, for example. This game is, depending how you look at it, either a complete dud or very close to being a dud because it doesn't do any one thing well. Most notably is the flicker on the screen. The enemies or the objects that are coming towards you disappear half the time that they're on screen. The object of the game is fairly simple. You're flying the spaceship and you shoot everything in front of you. You have laser beams or machine guns or something, and you also have missiles. You can lock onto the targets by lining them up in front of you and then shoot your missiles and they blow up. It's a lot like Omega Boost or Project Sylpheed on the 360 from that respect. I think these tunnel sequences are supposed to be caves or caverns, but it looks more like you're flying through the enemy's air conditioning duct system. Now the enemy's not taking very good care of its air conditioning system, the heating and cooling system in whatever asteroid this is, so their AC vents are chock full of alien robots, gun turrets, bad guys. You can view your spaceship as perhaps the galaxy's most powerful chimney sweep, as you're flying through their ducts, actually doing them a favor and cleaning them out of foreign debris. And the last thing you want to be doing is breathing enemy robots. Very, very tiny particles, they get into your lungs, cause asthma. For all you know, the enemy robots and gun turrets are made of asbestos. You definitely don't want to be breathing that stuff. And did you just note some of that horrendous flicker on the lava arc things shooting up into the sky? That's one of the biggest problems with this game is the flicker is unbearable. Getting back to the gameplay, you're essentially racing against the clock while trying to destroy as many bad guys as possible to keep your energy number on the bottom of the screen up. When your energy number runs out, you die a horrible death. Right. They should get extra credit points, though, for the dialogue actually making sense in this game. Your GPS system is kind enough to tell you when to make a right turn or left turn before you actually get there, though, so they do get bonus points for that. The more bad guys that you shoot down, the more energy that you get, but you don't get the energy the instant that you shoot the bad guys down. You get it at different points in the level. When you finish the level, at some levels halfway through you come out of one of the air conditioning duct systems and then you're awarded some more energy. So obviously your motivation is to shoot down as many bad guys as you can while getting through the levels as quickly as possible because you need to be rewarded with energy to keep playing. Personally, I prefer the kind of game where you don't necessarily run out of energy, but you're met with more powerful wave after wave of alien bad guys. This game, the difficulty level is more or less consistent, but it's that energy meter that you're really fighting against. You've got to shoot down a lot of bad guys to keep your energy up. Galaxy Force 2 isn't a horrible game, it's just not one of the better titles on the Genesis. The Sega Genesis, the 16-bit wonder that it is, was tremendous and remains tremendous to this day at playing two-dimensional, horizontal, or vertical scrolling shooters like Thunder Force 3, Musha, tremendous side-scrolling action adventure games like Revenge of Shinobi, Strider, and Vector Man, and games like Herzog Zwei, where these are two-dimensional games that benefit from beautiful artwork, game design, and very nice controls and simplicity. When the Genesis tried to move into some of these 3D games, the system just wasn't designed to do that. That's Galaxy Force 2, and it's too bad that this game wasn't a two-dimensional shooter because it probably would have been really good then. The only thing this game does really well is the GPS voice. In fact, I think that most card GPS systems should have that exact same voice in it. Like you're driving along the road, trying to find your way to the flea market where you can buy a whole stack of Atari 2600 cartridges. This is what the GPS could tell you.